But among all the programs that we have, we only have one program that is usually considered as the signature event. It is considered as a signature event because it is on this day that our volunteers have the opportunity to present to the audience the incredible work that they do in the communities that they serve. At CorpsAfrica, whether in Gambia, select event because it is on this day that the communities that they serve have the opportunity to present to the audience the struggles, the difficulties that they face that are not usually mainstream at the global level. It is my distinguished honor and pleasure to welcome you to the 2026 CorpsAfrica the Gambia Peace Day here at Penchami Hall. Just like how we did it last year, and going back into the introduction, today's Peace Day is very, very important because it will give an opportunity to 6 of our volunteers and their community counterparts to take center stage to present to you, the development partners, and other individuals, the ideas that will be on the stage to present to you these project ideas. We also have 35 other young. These projects are not considered as CorpsAfrica projects. They are considered as community projects. The volunteers that serve in these communities only serve as catalysts and facilitators. But before we go into our program in detail, CorpsAfrica being established on the values of Pan-Africanism and the cultures that we always may God answer all our prayers. So going into the program itinerary, those of you that are joining us for the first time might be asking, what is CorpsAfrica? And what do we do? CorpsAfrica is a non-governmental organization, a youth-led, and a pan-African organization that has been established using the Peace Corps model to train young university graduates and college graduates across Africa and place them into the communities to work as catalysts in development in a 10-month voluntary service. What do? We train these young graduates in a training program that we call the pre-service training for 6 weeks. Then from there, we place them in the communities for 10 months. In the first 2 months of their service is what we consider as the integration phase. They work with communities to identify community problems. Then from there, they come back to us in a training program that we consider as IST1 to present us 3 project ideas that the communities identify. We use 3 approaches during this process. That is the community-led, asset-based community development, and human-centered design. So whatever project ideas that the communities and their counterparts present to you here, and in 2023, after the Gambia 23 to 41 volunteer, that has seen an incredible growth. That has, and the development partners that we work with. On behalf of the CorpsAfrica Country Office, I welcome all the development partners that are here with us today, beginning from our guest speaker from the Ministry of Gender, the Deputy Permanent Secretary representing the Ministry of Gender here today. Sir, it is our pleasure to welcome you here today. We also recognize the presence of the Deputy Permanent Secretary from the Ministry of Youth and Sport. We also recognize a representative from Peace Corps. We also recognize representatives from other banks that are present here. Most importantly, the General Manager from Bloom Bank. We also recognize the presence of the Director at MRC Holland Foundation, Madam Henrietta Songo. It's our pleasure to welcome you here today. We also recognize the presence of representative from GIZ, representative from Future in Our Hands, representative from the local government, representative from Action Aid the Gambia, representatives from local governments, and also the chief of Jokadu. It is our pleasure to welcome you here, sir. And also the National Assembly member reps Most importantly, National Assembly member from Jara Central. It is our pleasure to welcome you here, Honorable too. Moving forward, I will do great injustice if I don't recognize the presence of the director of our board, Mr. Ba. It's a pleasure to welcome you here, sir. Yes. So, and all other individuals whose names I might not have captured here, but along the line, we will recognize all our presence here. Family members, friends, and well-wishers, it is our pleasure to have you all here. So to start the program today, we will first start with our usual CorpsAfrica introductory video to be assisted by our training officer, Mr. Esa Janko, and communications officer. Alongside them, we also have our deputy country director who are behind the scene to make sure that we have a fruitful, flow of this program. Esa, we are in your hands. Thank you.
Years ago, CorpsAfrica began rural communities in the home country. Across the continent, thousands of volunteers have lived and served in rural communities. Listening first, building trust, and launching solutions rooted in local knowledge and human empathy. During this time, including access to clean water, education, health services, agriculture, and economic opportunity. But the true impact isn't measured only in projects. It's measured in leadership, in young people who return from service transformed, equipped with skills, confidence, and a lifelong commitment to their countries. We will establish a permanent headquarters in Nairobi, a continental hub connecting our country offices, volunteers, alumni, and partners. A home for a movement that now spans borders. By 2030, 70% of our volunteers will be women, strengthening communities and redefining leadership across the continent. Our London network will evolve into a powerful, interconnected ecosystem of innovators and changemakers, shaping Africa's future in every sector. One of the things that I'm most proud of is the mindset change that I'm seeing in my community. So my first goal is just not going to be doing this and staying able to do something that is really about opening up their eyes to see themselves in a way. They have the power, they have the ability to do all the change that they want. And it makes me really proud when I go back to the community to see that people, they don't just remember me as a person, but they remember the others, they remember what I'm saying to work with them on the inspiration that I'm saying. I'm alumni of CorpsAfrica and University of Central Volunteer for Africa. This is my second year of service in the liaison before Africa. When I got to Africa, I didn't realize how transformative this experience would be. Professionally, Africa has helped me to develop skills in leadership, community management, and intercultural collaboration, while strengthening my sense of responsibility. What makes me proud is seeing the community take ownership of their projects, continue to act, and organize themselves well beyond my presence. That is why impact becomes truly sustainable for me. Our human-centered design training centers will equip youth, NGOs, and governments with the tools to build solutions that last, extend the impact while strengthening independence. And through our campaign for the future, we are building a permanent endowment and durable foundation to sustain this work for decades to come.
CorpsAfrica is being developed for universities have grown into leaders, into institutions, into lasting change. The future of development is global. The leadership is African. In the next 15 years, begin now.
Thank you very much, DCD, SR, and the team. So the reason we call CorpsAfrica a Pan-African movement has been showcased here. CorpsAfrica does not only exist in Gambia here. We work in Morocco, Senegal, Malawi, Kenya. That is why we have a design program called the Exchange Volunteer Program that will not only give young Africans to serve in their countries, but to serve in other countries as well. Last year, CorpsAfrica the Gambia received its first cohort of exchange volunteers from 4 countries: Senegal, Kenya, Morocco, and Malawi. They served in our local communities, and this year we had the opportunity to also receive from other African countries, and they are here with us today. We will see them on stage. And in the same vein, we also have our young Gambians serving in other countries. We have Sohna Sanya, who served in Gambia in Ilyasa, now serving in Ghana, and Tida Jara also serving in Senegal, who served in Santanto Bubu Tawandi in CRR. And this year also, we are expected to send another cohort of our exchange volunteers to other countries. Before we go into another itinerary in the program, we will also recognize the representatives from the German embassy. They have always been present whenever we call them in any of our programs, whether it is the swearing ceremony, whether it is our pitch day, whether it is our close of service. Whenever we call German embassy, they are always. It is a pleasure that we have you here. Starting with the first item on our itinerary is always our country director. I said this during our COS and swearing ceremony. Considering the achievements that we have attained from 2023 up till today, whether it is digging boreholes in communities, providing tricycles for pregnant women in communities, renovating youth centers, providing gardens for women, all has been achieved because we have a leadership that is always there to support us. At CorpsAfrica, whether you see it or not, the average age of the staff that we have will be around 29, 30. But what we cannot make of in ages, we are able to attain that in experience through our very affable and efficient country director. To give a resounding applause to the country director of CorpsAfrica the Gambia, Mr. Ford.
It's always a pleasure for me to be up here. How can I help you? Who you might have seen on the screen here. But CorpsAfrica also has a global member approaches are the same. Our approaches are the same. Our mission are also essentially the same. So we are proud that we could have a representative here with us from Peace Corps Gambia. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to stand here for